Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Reynolds Outdoors, and this is the third and final chapter of the Super Black Eagle 3 versus, or directly compared, however you want to call it, showdown with the Beretta A400 Xtreme Plus. So if you haven't, hopefully you've seen the first two videos. If you haven't, I recommend you watch those, then watch this one. But
we were supposed to watch them?
Yeah. Yeah, the first two videos, the first one was the Benelli SBEIII. I took, did like I did 6 years ago on that video. When I first did one on it, went from tip to butt, covered everything, the chokes, what it comes with out of the box. Talked about the cryo barrel. Went more in depth on that. The bolts, the trigger guard, the stock, Comfort Tech 3, everything. So make sure you go back and watch that if you hadn't seen it, or just, watch this one, then go watch them. But I covered everything. Then I took it a step further than what we normally do, and I broke the gun. Like if I was gonna take it apart for complete cleaning, action spring, everything, trigger guard, bolt, took the bolt apart. I did all that in that first video, just to give you guys an idea of what to expect, using, operating, and maintaining the SBEIII. And I did the exact same thing for the Beretta A400. So, and that was in the second video. But now, today, we are going to be testing these shotguns, and I have a list of tests. Starting with the pattern test, we're going to do variations of loads we're going to test. And we got a few other cool things.
Shoot some clays.
Shoot some clays.
Speed reloads.
Speed reloads. Loading with gloves like heavy, like banded duck gloves. All that kind of stuff that we think would be very cool for you guys to see, to give you an idea on how easy or maybe not so easy it is when actually using these shotguns in real world scenarios. So, enough talking. Let's go. We got everything set up over there. We're gonna move over and we're gonna start with the 40-yard pattern test on these guns. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. All right, guys. So we got our little range set up here. I've got I believe we have a high-vis turkey target down range at 40 yards, and we did use a rangefinder. Typically, it's recommended that you pattern your guns at 40, just to kind of, get an idea where, if you're hitting high, low, left, right, whatever, and also to see the density of your shot. So we're going to start with the Benelli SBEIII, and the shell we're using is the Rio 7.5, 1 1/4 ounce load, and it's moving at 1250 feet per second, and that is 3 1/4 dram of powder. Plenty, that's a good shell for the inertia shotgun, especially chambered in 3.5 inch. So when we're using the modified factory chokes in both these shotguns, we just wanted to give it kind of a baseline, like that's the good happy medium. But most people like to use the mod chokes for all kinds of things, all kinds of hunting applications. So that's what we're going to go with today. Just gonna be aiming center mass and just seeing what kind of shot we're going to get on paper. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Load it up. All right. All right, so we'll see what we got. Okay, guys, so this was again at 40 yards. And this was all clean target, and we got shot. As you can see, is the camera picking up pretty good, Parker? Not bad. Again, we're using 7.5 bird shot at 40 yards, and I was aiming. I kept it dead center within these rings. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of how much shot we were going to get inside these rings. So that's, it's not bad for, dove hunting and, doing some skeet shooting. That's pretty good consistency here. Maybe have a little bit of a open spot here and here, but again, you can always try different shells and different chokes if you're not pleased with it, but it's not bad. I'm not mad at that. So we're gonna do the same thing now with the Beretta A400. Same shell, same distance. We're just gonna staple up a clean target and see what kind of results we get. Let's go. All right. Back up a little bit more with this one. Aiming center mass, just like before. All right, let's see what we got. Okay guys, so pretty interesting. About the same result. I mean, and I promise this is a different target, but yeah, about a little bit of that open spot right here. I think that's what the Benelli was patterning. It had a little bit of an open spot, but I mean, pretty consistent up here. So what I'm gonna do now is I got the Benelli target, you know, I took it off, and I'm gonna lay them side by side, and we'll get an angle, we'll film that, and you know, tell me what you guys think. I mean, which one's the clear winner, but we'll try to see which one had a little bit denser target. But I mean, 7.5 shot at 40 yards, mod chokes, factory. I mean, I think both of them did really well. What about you, Parker? You agree?
Yeah, it's shockingly similar pattern results.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, let's take it back up to the table and we'll lay them side by side and see what we, you know, have a better comparison. Okay, guys. So we brought the targets back to the table to do a kind of a side by side comparison, because I mean, just looking out there, it was kind of hard to determine which one had a better pattern. But it's pretty interesting. Come on here, Parker, and we'll look at so this is the Benelli. We marked it with an X. So, and I was aiming at, you know, about right here. I was trying to get as much of the shot, you know, just to see where it was, you know, trying to get as much shot on paper. So that's about where I was aiming at with the beads. And you can see how the Benelli may have concentrated a little bit more up here, and that is, you know, I kind of expected that, because everybody says, you know, maybe the Benelli shoots a little bit high, and especially when you put an extra full, like a turkey choke in there, and you're shooting some turkey loads at about 40 yards, you can get, you know, you can kind of notice it being a little bit higher. But and again, you can change these shims out, like I was saying. It does have multiple shims in the box, so if it is shooting a little bit high for you, you want to bring it down, you can do that. If you don't feel comfortable taking all that apart and doing it, Reynolds Outdoors, and we definitely know how to do that for you. We've done it quite a bit. So now the Beretta target, you can see, I mean, I guess I'd say about point of aim. You agree, Parker?
Yeah, it's pretty much point aim, point impact.
Yeah, I mean, both are good. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick a winner. Maybe you guys watching can tell me what you think. I mean,
if you're strictly turkey hunting, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
that'd be a difference, you know.
Right. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's good on for both guns. Again, I'll let you guys, you know, hash it out in the comments. Tell me what you think is a better pattern. I mean, they both kind of got that same open spot down here and kind of stay dense, I guess, where it matters. But I hope that gives you guys somewhat of an idea, just doing the modified chokes. And in future videos, I do plan on doing some turkey chokes and getting some turkey loads down range to kind of give a better idea for you turkey hunters. But I just wanted to see 7.5 birdshot out of these mod chokes, factory chokes on the guns, to see how they held up. So I mean, I think I'd call that maybe a toss up. I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. Comment below. But we're going to move on to the next test, and that's going to be the recoil test and / load test. So let's go hurt our shoulders. All right, guys, next part of the test, little recoil test between each gun. We're each going to shoot 3.5-inch Winchester buckshot out of each gun, and we're going to give our opinions on it. So here goes nothing. Let's shoot a little 3.5-inch shell.
Thoughts?
Whew. Yeah, that's a thump right there. It about jumped out of my hands. You know, you don't want to be shooting a heavy dye to that 3.5-inch buckshot out of Benelli. You'll be pretty upset at the end of the day.
How's your shoulder feel? Not
gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty. So yeah, that's a 3.5-inch buckshot out of a Super Black Eagle 3. That Comfort Tech's not doing too much. All right, guys, we all saw how the Benelli did with the 3.5-inch with me shooting it, so let's shoot it out of this A400 Xtreme Plus and see how it fares.
So, as you can see, that was a lot more tolerable. The kickoff works, the gas system works. A lot more pleasant to shoot overall. A lot less, not nearly as sharp as a recoil impulse, shooting a 3.5 inch out of this A400.
Okay guys, it's my turn now. So I wanted us both to do this test and just give you guys an idea, you know, so we have a bit of a more control with this experiment. So same shell, 3.5 inch buck. Yeah, as you can see, it thumped Parker pretty good. So let's see if I can hold on to it and not jump out of my hands, all right? Oh, let's go. Oh man. Oh man.
What's your thoughts on that, Seth?
Man. You really feel it in the jaw a little bit. I mean,
yeah, my jaw still hurts.
Thank God the Comfort Tech 3 is so soft. I mean, yeah, but I know most of you are probably not going to be shooting 3.5 inch buck, but if you do, this kind of gives you, I guess, an idea what to expect. I know you can't feel what we're feeling in our shoulders right now, but all right. So that was the SBEIII. I'm gonna give my shoulder a second to calm down, and then I'm gonna see what the A400 Xtreme feels like with the same shell. Okay guys, so now it's the A400's turn. Now that my shoulders settled down a little bit, the same shell, 3.5 inch Winchester buck, double aught buck through the A400 Xtreme Plus. Let's see how that Stelium barrel coupled with that kickoff system, let's see if it really eliminates that much recoil. Remember, Beretta says 70% recoil reduction in the kickoff system, and then you got that long forcing cone that opens that, you know, allows it to opens that gate up and gives it a little bit less back pressure, so that's supposed to also take the recoil down. So let's see how true that is on the A400. All right, let's go. Oh yeah. I could definitely feel that shock. I definitely felt the stock, you know, that kickoff working. I mean, it's not painless, but I mean, there's a little bit of a push, but in the cheek, but not quite as bad as the Benelli. So, yeah, maybe it shows up on camera which one that, you know, how the Benelli pushes us back versus the Beretta, because you can't really feel what we're feeling. But I will say the Beretta A400 Xtreme Plus is definitely has a lot less felt recoil with that 3.5 inch buck. Wouldn't you agree, Parker?
Absolutely.
All right, on to the next test. Okay guys, so I had to reshoot this test because all the other footage was fine, sound was great, but for whatever reason, the glove test footage we filmed, well, the audio got jacked up and was just unusable. So here I am on another day and getting this done by myself, so bear with me. All right, so this test, yes, I'm going to try to manipulate the gun, the controls, and simulate, you know, if you're shooting, let's say you got ducks coming in, boom, 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 you fire, you're out, but you got some more coming in real fast and you don't have time to throw your gloves off and do all that, and you want to see, I just want to see how easy, and kind of give you guys some data, or, you know, give you an idea on loading these guns with gloves on, these thick banded gloves, which I got from Reynolds, and just see how easy or not so easy it is loading these guns. Because a lot of these companies, you know, Beretta, Browning, Benelli, they all claim, yeah, they try to engineer these guns around duck hunters and the equipment they use and the gloves, the thicker gloves. So I want to put that to the test today and see how slow I am loading this shotgun. So I don't train this. We did it the other day a little bit. It's fun. I recommend doing it with your buddies, you know, doing this type of testing with your buds. Get out there, get a case of skeet, and it'll make you better, and it's fun. So, all right. So operating the gun dry, no problem. And yes, of course, obviously this is the Benelli. So, yeah. Even though the controls are a little bit smaller on the Benelli, it is not that difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw one in the chamber. All right, we got birds coming in. All right, boom, boom, out. Got hung up a little bit there, so I mean, a little slow, but I can improve the speed with just practicing, but the point is to show you that, you know, getting a shell in there, hitting that bolt release, it's very possible, very doable. So, and that's the guy, again, I don't practice this, it's probably obvious, but I will from now on. This is kind of fun. So, all right, so that's the Benelli. Let's see how terrible I am with the A400. All right, guys, so now it's time to put the A400 to the test, well, and me to the test with the A400, I guess. But, so obviously the controls on the A400, they are bigger. Bigger charging handle, bigger bolt release, and bigger loading port. So let's go ahead and put one in there. Same thing before. And all right, we got dose coming in. All right, boom, boom, boom. Oh, now more coming. Okay, I felt a little bit faster with that, with the Beretta, and getting to that bolt release was, I mean, it's pretty easy to find that thing. I mean, and also, I don't believe the loading port or the chamber, I don't. Maybe a little bit bigger, but, or I'm just used to shooting this gun more. But I mean, I did feel a little bit faster, but maybe that's just because I already had a rep in on the Benelli, so I got, you know, that the jitters out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, both guns very doable, guys. That's the, you know, the point is, it is possible to load these things quickly, kind of under stress, under pressure, and you got more birds flying. You just ran out of shells to get another one in there to you know, to pop one more duck for your buddies do. So practice this, it's fun, and I'm going to continue doing it. That way it's, you know, when I get out there, you'll be more successful, because I need to put as many shells into the sky as possible, because I'm not that great. But all right, on to the next test, and I'm going to change clothes again.
All right, guys, last section of the video, we're going to shoot a little clay, see how they point for us, see what we can do shooting something that's moving. So I'm going to start with the Super Black Eagle 3, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Pull.
All right. Pull. Pull.
Right, you winged him.
So, did mention the last time we got 8-shot heavy field Fiocchi. We're going to switch over to the A400 Xtreme Plus now. Pull.
Oh, womp womp.
Pull.
Nice. You got an automatic skeet thrower.
You even got the automatic skeet thrower.
Oh. Thoughts on the Beretta?
Definitely, you know, a little bit softer shooting. I like the Benelli, but point's a little better for me. But I do shoot Benelli typically, so used to aiming a little under them. But the Benellis do pattern just a hair high, so as we saw. So, but not too bad.
All right, guys, it's my turn. So I opted to go with the Benelli SBEIII first because I'm least familiar. I've not shot a whole lot of skeet with this gun, so I have a very good, you know, idea on the pointing and aiming with the Beretta. So I wanted to give this a go first and see how bad I can do with it. So, all right, let's go. Pull. Hey. Pull. Oh. Pull. So now I don't have any excuses to miss with my own shotgun. So let's see how I fare with the Beretta A400 and just shooting some skeet. And we do still have modified chokes, if we didn't mention, and just shooting some heavy field loads, you know, 2 3/4, 7.5 shot. All right, let's see what we got. Pull. All right. Pull. Pull. All right, good 303. Okay, so the Beretta A400 Xtreme. So I mean, yes, I've shot this shotgun a lot more, and I know we just did, you know, 3 on each gun, but this is more point of aim. I just put it right on the clay and usually make contact, with the Benelli, and I guess Parker you would agree that he's used to shooting a Benelli, and that does pattern just a little bit higher. But again, guys, remember you can change out those shims if you don't like it patterning high. But a lot of guys, you know, they stick with that, they get used to it, and you can float those birds. So, but all right, so that concludes the skeet test, and now we're going to give you our final thoughts. I said I was going to give our final thoughts, but I had an idea. You know, I'm out here on my dad's property. He was nice enough to let us film this video, so I was like, hey, let's get a third opinion. We'll let him do the just the skeet shoot test, and then we'll get his thoughts too, just see which one points better. You own an M2, right, Dad?
Correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Have you shot the Beretta before?
Probably at some point in time.
Well, but not a lot.
No.
So you're more familiar with Benelli?
Yeah.
You get with the M2?
And the old Remington.
And the old Remington?
That's
Yeah,
what
so
yeah.
so old Remington 1100?
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be interesting, you know, to get another generation's opinion on the SBEIII. He's going to shoot that first, and then he's going to do the Beretta A400, and we'll pick his brain as well. So, all right, let's get into it.
All right, pull. 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 All right, pull. Pull. All right, pull.
All right, guys, so that concludes our test today. I hope this was, you know, beneficial for you, and you gained some knowledge on, you know, if you're stuck between the Beretta A400 Xtreme Plus and the SBEIII, maybe this, you know, over the past 3 videos, and I highly recommend you watch all of them if you haven't seen the first 2, where I disassemble the guns, show you how they come apart for cleaning, and go over the specs on the barrels and operating systems and everything, how they work. Well, Parker, I want to get your thoughts on today's test. You know, if you had to pick one of these today, which one would it be and why?
I'd probably go Benelli, even though it's a little bit more recoil, shoot 3.5-inch shells, but shell technology keeps getting better, and folks keep moving away from this 3.5-inch 12. So I'd probably go. I'd go Benelli. Overall, it's a little bit lighter gun, feels better in the hand, points better for me, anyways. And I think it's hard to beat. Overall, they pattern real similar as we've seen. They shoot a little high. That's nothing you can't either fix with the shims or just get used to.
Right.
So I'm gonna take the Benelli.
Very good. All right, Dad, I know we brought you in late in the game, but between the Beretta A400 and the Benelli SBEIII, what were your thoughts on shooting skeet with them, pointing, recoil, all that good stuff? How did they feel?
Well, they're both great guns, but that felt the best to me. It was less recoil. It felt I didn't have that flinch, you know, because of the recoil was reduced.
That
So I
kickoff
like it.
system,
Yep.
it's great, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And again, guys, now your point of aim. Now we were talking after we were shooting. You were pointing right on the clays with both guns. And did you notice one maybe like I know you missed I think one with the Benelli, but you hit all 3 with the Beretta. Did that?
Well,
how did pointing and all that feel? How did shoulder for you?
I just like the feel. I thought the Beretta felt better. It was more comfortable to shoot.
Yeah. And you saw me miss. I missed one with out of the 3 with the Benelli because. And guys, that comes down to I shoot this gun. This is my shotgun. Like I said before, full disclosure, these guns were not provided to us by Beretta or Benelli or anybody to, you know, influence our opinions and decisions today. So I'm just used to shooting this gun. It's a little bit more point of aim. I think this one does pattern a little bit hot. I mean, not crazy, but no. I did shoot over one of the clays with it when it got a little bit further out. But yeah, I mean, I know this is no surprise, but I still love my Beretta. I just like the B-Link system, you know, how fast it cycles. But we really hope you liked this video. Let us know in the comments, did this help your decision or did it just complicate things? Or if you don't like either one of these, tell us your favorite shotgun and why. So, all right guys, please like, subscribe, comment. We really appreciate it. I know I said it in the last video or 2 that we've made it over 4,000 subscribers. and that's awesome. And we're going to continue to do more stuff like this. Get out here, put these guns through their paces instead of just talking behind a gun counter with them. And you know, like I know I've been promising that for a long time, and here we are. I'm delivering on my promise finally. So, and huge thanks to Reynolds Outdoors and for allowing us to do this, making this happen. You know, if you're in Opelika, Alabama, or near anywhere central Alabama, check them out. They got all your hunting and fishing and camo shotgun, rifle, archery. All right, guys, we really appreciate you watching. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
There we go. Good enough.
Good job. That kind of boogered the end up a little bit.
No, you got that's one little spot you can. All you got to do is snip, snip.
Yeah.